All right, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. We are working on doing a little bit of repair with our hose ends because they just seem to have a bit of an issue now. I've had them for a while and I wanted to find something that would do a little better because these things are starting to leak, and having water leak all over your shoes while you're trying to water your nice trees ends up being an issue. Gets water everywhere, it's wasteful, and we hope to conserve water, especially where we live. And as you can see, it's just kind of leaking out of this spot here. And this is my existing connector, and this is my existing wand. So it just kind of leaks everywhere, and that's not fun. We're hoping to fix this problem right here. Let's see if the new pieces I got can help with that. I got a little unboxing review that I'm going to be using for my backyard do-it-yourself projects around the house. It is part of my watering and irrigation for the new trees. I have some of these on some of my existing equipment, but they wear out and break over time, and they're made out of plastic, so I thought I might get a little bit different ones. They're little hose connectors for quick connecting and disconnecting your power washer or your hoses or your hose attachments, your watering attachments, anything that you need to put on a garden hose, it works for. I bought these off of Amazon. They were fairly inexpensive. It's like $40 or maybe $39 plus tax. And they have 14 pieces or 14 full connectors, lefts and rights, or males and females. I just bought those. They just arrived, and I'm going to open them up, show you guys what they're all about, see if they're any decent or not, test them and see how they work compared to my existing ones, which are leaking and kind of broken, and definitely hope these are going to help solve that problem so I don't get leaky hoses and water on my feet while I'm trying to do the watering of the trees and other things in the backyard, and also so I don't get leaky puddles when I'm washing the cars. Let's get these guys unboxed. This is what we got here. It's just a small package. They are FRQNTKPA garden water PI pipe connector 12 pack new. I guess they're not 14 connectors, there's 12 connectors. For some reason I thought there was 14. You open them up, and they look just like this. So they're little guys like this. They're all the same. We'll just get one of these out of here so I can show you guys what exactly it is and what I liked about these and why I chose these over the rest. They come with the little gaskets for the hose itself, and also this little gasket, which is part of the quick disconnect. So when you pull the quick disconnect part, it has this little gasket around here. Now this part wears out on a lot of the connectors, and this one comes with a little extra one, so you have a replacement if you need it in the future, which is kind of nice because this is the part that's going to end up leaking in the future. And I went with this gasket rubber O-ring kind of style instead of the other ones that's just metal to metal, because I've gone through a few of those in the past and they just leak. It just doesn't seem to work out. Here is the end that you connect to your female side of your hose or attachment, and this will be the part that connects to the end of your hose. And then it will just snap on just like that. Has a pretty good connection in there. Seems like it's going to work out pretty well. These have little balls in here so that they grip onto there and make it so that it connects. You put one of these little gaskets in this side, and you will put one of these little gaskets on the hose side or your attachment side, assuming it doesn't have it, but it also comes with some spare ones of those too, which is nice because those wear out and you need them all the time. It's just a very simple thing there. So let's make sure we got 12 of them. We got 1, 2, 12, 13, 14. I was pretty sure I ordered a 14 pack. It's interesting that it says it's only a 12 pack right here though. It says 12 pack. You can clearly see it says 12, but it came with 14 because I'm pretty sure when I ordered it, the ad said it was going to be 14 pieces that came inside. And again, I just ordered these from Amazon. That's the ones that I ordered. They probably have a bunch of different types. I will keep you guys updated and review these over the course of the backyard do-it-yourself project. So that was a little quick review of these little things that came out of the box here. They are going to be fantastic so that you don't get water all over the place, leaky water hoses, and puddles that you don't want, or wet shoes and wet feet. I'm gonna go put these together and we're gonna see how they work. Existing connectors. I got this one right here, which goes on the end of the hose. It has no valve or anything on it, and it just makes it so that it stops automatically and doesn't leak, even though the hose is on. And this is my wand with the connector I have. The reason I have this valve on this side is because of this piece right here. There's no way to get water out of it unless you connect this piece here, but then you can't shut it off either. So when I'm going from plant to plant to plant, I have no way to shut it off. The new connectors don't have a shut off built into them either. There wasn't really any that I could find that you could do that with that are a metal type. I do have one that's plastic that has a shut off valve on it, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit. Let's see if we can get these connectors on and fix this problem. And this is what I have, and this is the one I was talking about that has the sort of valve on it that you can open and close, and it is right part of the quick disconnect. Now unfortunately I don't think that this quick disconnect will mate well with the new connectors I got, even though they are a similar style. So I'll be pulling this off most likely. I'm gonna find out if it does connect really quick, and we'll see what we got going on. The cool thing about these quick disconnect things, which is what I really like about them, is if you need a nozzle like this, or if you need a wand like this, you can just pop them off and switch them around instead of unscrewing it all, having it leak everywhere, having to turn the water off, screw it back on. That takes a lot of time, and it also gets water everywhere. These are just really convenient, and if you have a lot of different types of attachments, then it makes it really nice. So let's get some of these connectors on and see how they work. This wand piece right here, this is what I have originally on my stuff right now, which is this kind of plastic piece. I have this valve on the end of it. I'm going to take this piece off real quick. This is the piece that I had on my hose right here that used to be on there, or my wand, my watering wand. And this piece right here has this little O-ring. See how this one's split here? And these plastic pieces, they just break over time because they're made out of plastic. So this is the new piece that I got from that kit that I was showing a little bit earlier on. And I'm hoping that this, because it's made out of sort of like an aluminumized brass material, that it will last a little bit longer. And this is the O-rings that it came with, those new O-rings. So hopefully those will also last a while. I'm going to put this onto here, and we're going to see how well this works. This is my new connector. This is my old connector. There's a side-by-side comparison on the male side. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right into here because this one already has a good gasket inside and it seems to be working. If it starts leaking from this gasket, then I'll replace it with one of those little gaskets that they gave me in the package. So let's get this guy screwed in here and just kind of finger tight. I don't think you have to get a wrench or anything. It does have wrench notches in case you wanted to, but I think it'll probably be okay just finger tightening it. Now this is my existing hose connector, so I'm gonna see if this will fit in here, and it does fit in there. Now let's find out if when we turn the water on, if it leaks. So we got them both stopped here, and let's see. So I'm gonna turn the water on. And now we have an on-off valve here and here, just because this is one of my on-off valves that I had existing. So if I turn this on, we get a little bit of leak there, huh? So it will leak. It doesn't make a proper connection there. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off and pull this back out. Unfortunately, we can't use the old connector with the new connector. It does fit, but it still leaks, and the leak is what I was trying to prevent. So we will be taking this one off, and we'll see if they stop leaking after we do that. I'm just going to go ahead and drain the rest of the water out here into the plants, unscrew our old connector here. Let's get the new one on. I put this on earlier when I was doing the video of the unboxing on this. It just kind of slips right in, and we just screw that right onto our hose here. Give it a nice hand tighten. They don't have a automatic shut off inside. They're just straight through. So you have to turn the water off, connect your hose attachment, and then start that way. Unless you get a hose shut off, but let's see if it prevents water from leaking. It looks like water still leaks, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm not sure if it's coming from the other side where the gasket is. So let's find out if we can tighten that up a little more with a wrench instead of by hand and see if that solves the problem. I got just a little wrench right here. We're gonna just kind of tighten that up and just give it a little snug. Now let's find out if we still got water leaking. Oh, look at that. Not a drop. That's nice. All right, YouTube, I'm pretty happy about that. Only thing is you do have to shut the water off every time you would like to switch your attachment. That's not so exciting. There's the review and the reason I wanted to get some of these. So far so good on them. I will keep you guys updated over the course of the next bit here while I am obviously doing the do-it-yourself projects in the backyard. I'm gonna go water some trees.